Feel the bass drum booming in your face, son.
Hello, my name is Julius Miller. I'm from the United States and I'm 24 years old. Alright, part 39. Let's talk about your past. Question 1. What was your first job or part-time job? Why did you pick that job? The very first job I had was, I got it when I was 15 and I think 16, and I was working at Goodwill as, I can't remember like the name of the job, but it was basically like a job where I was actually helping customers like unload like their donations at the back of their cars, and like, you know, sorting donations at like the back of the store, cleaning up the store. And I guess I picked that job because at the time I just like wanted to start making money for myself and like, you know, make myself useful to my family. It was a good job because like I actually had the chance to like actually, you know, work out on the job because I was like lifting heavy objects while also making like decent money. Question 2. Have you ever met anyone famous? Yeah, so I actually met like one of my favorite rappers. His name is Mick Jenkins. I had the chance to meet him actually at a concert I went to back in my freshman year of college. So I actually I was at this concert and I went to go to the bathroom, and like on my way out of the bathroom, I saw him heading there and I was just like, yo, Mick, I loved your show. And he was like, yo, thank you, man, I appreciate it. And we were just like talking for a little bit, and one of my friends actually snapped a photo of the both of us. So that's just like a really special memory that I have. Question 3. If you could pick up a new skill right now, what would it be? If I could pick up any new skill, it would just be the ability. So, full disclosure, I love like reading comic books like Marvel, DC. There's a character in like in one of the comic books I used to read that she had this ability, like she was an alien from another planet, and when she came to Earth, she had the ability to learn any language, any language by kissing someone, right? Which I thought that was like just so wild, so bizarre, but also really, really cool. So if I could have like any skill, it would just be like to learn any language just by kissing someone. So the more people you kiss, the more languages you can learn, which I think is pretty cool. Question 4. Have you seen any good movies lately that you'd recommend? Why? Because of the coronavirus, I haven't been able to see many movies recently. The last good movie I saw was Parasite. And I feel like, well, since I'm living in Korea, like most of the people who live here have already seen it. But for my foreigner friends who haven't seen it, I would tell them that they need to see this movie because it's like a really excellent movie talking about, that describes like, you know, the wealth disparity between like the rich and the poor and the effects of capitalism in today's age. I think it's like a really good movie because like the director, Bong Joon-ho, he does like a really good job explaining, or at least like exploring like how, you know, in our winner-take-all society, like what happens to the people who are struggling, you know, to make ends meet, but just can't do so. And it's really telling of where our society is going if we don't actually step in and fix these problems soon. Do you have any favorite quotes? Yeah, I think one of my favorite quotes is, it goes something like, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is the extra, which it's a simple quote, but I like it because I feel like if you want to do great things in life, you have to go above and beyond. You have to be extra, so to speak, which is always like kind of a good thing. It's kind of funny because like my friends in the United States, like when people say, bro, you're so extra, I think like it means like you're doing too much. Like you're clowning, or you're just like you're doing way more than what's necessary. But I think that's like kind of important. If you set up big lofty goals, in order to achieve them, you really have to do anything and everything in your power to achieve those goals. So that's one of my favorite quotes. Who is your childhood actress crush? What did you like about them? I think my childhood actress crush was Dakota Fanning. I don't know why. Back then I was just like really just like drawn to her. I just thought she was like really, really pretty. Like, you know, blue eyes, long blonde hair. I just thought she was just like really gorgeous. Have you been anywhere recently for the first time? What did you do? What did you do there? I went to the Han River recently. I actually was celebrating my birthday with friends, and we got some drinks. We were just like drinking and talking about life, talking about the things we've accomplished this past year, where we want to go in the next few years, what we learned about our time in Korea up to that point. And I think that was just like a pretty good memory for me. Who had the most influence on you growing up? Why? My parents. My mom and my dad. I think my parents are like really virtuous. My mom actually used to be an attorney, and my father actually works as a sheriff. So I guess for me growing up, like, law and order was something that was like sacred in my household. So having a respect for authority, having a respect for police officers was like one thing. But another thing was like also, being virtuous, being kind to others. Because like I said before, I'm Christian, my family's Christian. So in our house, we follow the golden rule of do unto others as others would have done unto you. Meaning that, treat others the way you want to be treated. So I guess for me, at least for me growing up, all the virtues and the morals and the beliefs I've had, like they've been formed largely due to my parents. What's something you want to do in the next year that you've never done before? Honestly, something that I would really love to do. I've always actually wanted to try surfing. Just like I don't know why. I just feel like it would be like really cool to actually just like go surfing. Like, I don't know why. Something, just surfing. Seen anything lately that made you smile? Yeah, so I was at the park the other day. The park near my apartment actually has like a lot of like young families playing with their children. I saw this one mom playing with her daughter. She was chasing her daughter around, and her daughter like had like fallen over, and like the mom was like really concerned at first. Like she was scared that her daughter was injured, but the daughter just got back up and just like started laughing, and the mom was laughing, and for some reason that just like put a smile on my face. So that made me really happy. What would you do if five scary looking gangsters gave you only $3 and want you to buy 3 packs of cigarettes for them? Yeah, in that case, I'd be like, well, no, because I'm not the type of person to be like, mm, sorry, I don't buy cigarettes for like random strangers. Like, if they have like $3, like I don't think I can buy like 3 packs because I don't smoke. But I'm imagining like a pack of cigarettes costs like more than 3 packs of cigarettes cost more than $3. So I'd be like, yeah, you're kind of on your own. I've been coming to Kolkum for the past 8, 9 months, and in my experience, this is the best place to come if you really want to learn Korean and make good friends while doing so. Big culture and speak better at Kolkum.